Nina.
Hope.
So nice long extension, good body position. Your hips and legs are even with your upper body and torso. Sorry that the film is a little messed up right here. You're doing a good job of keeping your head low as you turn to breathe. You're so comfortable breathing. And then from this angle, what I'm looking at is streamline. Are your hips and legs staying in the same line as your upper body? And they are. So that's good. You may be over rotating just slightly. You know, most people's problem with rotation is they don't rotate enough. You're turning very well onto your side. It may be just a little bit more than necessary. And you can see here that sometimes your hand is going across your head or in front and across your head. You want your hand to extend just directly forward in front of your shoulder on each side. So left arm is going directly in front of left shoulder, right arm is directly in front of right shoulder. And then looking at your left arm here. So that's a little bit of the elbow slipping or the elbow leading the stroke back when you're pulling. And what that means, if you recall the discussion of straight arm pulling, high elbow catch pulling, or elbow slipping, the high elbow catch is when your hand and forearm angle vertical. The straight arm is when your upper arm and lower arm are more or less one line, and the elbow leading the stroke back is when your hand and forearm don't really go vertical relative to the bottom of the pool. It was the same thing with your right. There's a little bit of elbow leading the stroke back on that. So your big fix as far as swimming goes is going to be really working on that high elbow catch, trying to get the early vertical forearm. That's what the shoulder rotate. You reach forward, keep extending like you are. Your shoulder kind of shrugs, rotates internally, and then hand and forearm straight up and down relative to the bottom of the pool as early as possible in the swim stroke. So that was, yeah, there's definitely some elbow slipping as you pull through the right. And if there's some freeze frames at the end, you just look at the angle of your forearm relative to the bottom of the pool. Here you can see where your hands are going, so sort of in front of your head to the other side of your head. You want those to be just several inches off to the left or the right. Right, so left arm more to the left, right arm more to the right. So, good entry. Could reach forward. It's a nice extension. So you might just be rotated slightly more than you need to be. It's not much. It's a matter of degrees. Then you start the pull and look at the angle of your forearm. So it's still kind of parallel to the bottom of the pool. As you get further into the stroke, it's getting more up and down, but it hasn't gone quite up and down. Here you're pulling slightly under your body. Not necessarily bad. In my opinion, you get a more powerful pull if you can keep that forearm and hand sort of off the side a bit. And then looking at your right arm, good extension, good entry. Nice reach forward here. Then just a little bit of extra rotation. I don't know if that's really necessary, so it's that little extra bit. And you start the pull, and looking at your forearm angle, still straight parallel to the bottom of the pool there. Still more or less parallel. And then see how the elbow's coming back towards your body prior to your hand and forearm angling straight up and down. That's what we mean by elbow slipping. And then pulling slightly under your body again. So I'd say try to keep that off the side a bit. Basically view the pull as like a straight line back.